Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Dudes, One Cast. And, yeah, Happy New Year. That's what you were going to say, wasn't it?
It was exactly.
Happy motherfucking New Year. I gotta tell you guys, this right here, this is a great way to reel in the New Year. You know why? I'm talking to you.
Oh, yeah, why?
You were like giving me the hungry eyes for a second.
I was. I'm like, is he talking to them or us?
Okay, so this is episode 10. We hit double digits for our New Year's cast.
Thank you for everybody.
Which, it's ironic because I'm pretty sure that our cast before this will be posted after the New Year.
I think so too.
However, we are recording this. This is the first one we've recorded on the New Year, and it is episode 10.
2018. Here we go.
Happy 2018, everyone. Start it with a bang, which we did out at the bar with that fucking Phil Collins In the Air Tonight. Shout out to your sister Julie, because I made that post.
True.
You played,
Red Wings won.
Yeah, 4-1 against the Penguins. No
Fuck
fucking
Sidney
shit.
Crosby.
Yeah, fuck that motherfucker.
Watch a dude get carried out by a bunch of cops and paramedics.
Yeah, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Talk about making a great impression.
Yeah.
So someone pretty much OD'd at the bar. We had a Phil
Yep.
Collins In the Air Tonight drum solo right as the ball dropped. The Red Wings won.
Yeah.
Dude, it was a good fucking night.
It was a great fucking night.
Yeah.
I will say.
And I had New Year's off, so it was like the second day I had off in over a month.
Way over a month.
So, yeah.
Way over a month.
Great fucking start. And, yeah, this is episode 10. As always, Two Dudes, One Cast. My name's Jake.
I'm Paul. And we're going to get right into this.
Absolutely.
So, obviously, you know, if you're on any form of social media now, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Tinder, Bumble, you know, whatever you use to get your dick hard, hashtags are the new things. So, you know, it's
God.
2018, hashtag new me, hashtag in the gym, hashtag pumping it out. Everybody who's actually been in the gym, they're pissed off that the revolutioners are there. Resolutioners are there? There you go. Not
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're saying. A lot of gyms,
yeah.
they record their highest,
Sales.
Yeah, sales or
Memberships.
membership at like the start of the new year because everybody's got their fucking resolution to get in shape.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I kind of want to talk about was like craziest resolutions, as well as like, have you had a New Year's resolution that you kept? So like you were like, I'm gonna do A, B, and C. I actually did A and B.
Wow, yeah, that's okay. This is a good one, but I will just come out and be honest and say I don't think I've ever made a New Year's resolution that I've just stuck with.
I don't know if I've ever not only like stuck with one, I don't know if I've ever done one. I mean, I have. I've been on the earth, 27 years now, so I've had to have done a couple. 100% though, I haven't stuck with any of them.
Well, it's funny, though, that you say that, though, because you're kind of like one of the paragons of, like, the New Year's resolution types, because, like, dude, of the two of us, you've been knee-deep in this shit. You know what I mean? Like, you, if you don't mind me saying, you had some pretty rough days growing up, having, addictions and stuff.
Oh, definitely.
But you fucking kicked that like a dying horse, and like you're fucking
actually
rocking
killed the
out.
horse to do it.
Yeah, there you go, man. But no, seriously, you're the kind of person that like people can base resolutions on. Right. So like, you quit doing drugs, and you're like rocking out. You're working full time. You got a great fucking job. You're going to school. You're married. You have a house. Like all of those can be resolutions for people.
Right.
Me, I tried to quit smoking like 3 or 4 years in a row, and just something happens. Honestly, dude, there's this fucking like curse I have. All right, every time I've quit smoking, someone in my family died. That is 100% certain.
So on the flip side of that, you could say if you actually did stop smoking, people you know would stop dying.
Or would they keep dying?
Did I just blow your mind?
Yeah, no, you say that, but like...
You're like, fuck, I could have saved so many more people.
Or would they just keep dying because I quit?
See, I think that's the part of you that wants to smoke.
Yeah, no, it probably is.
Yeah, because I've been there. I've definitely been there, for sure.
But no, seriously, every time I've quit smoking, roughly within like 2 to 4 weeks, someone in my family has died. Mm-hmm. Also, great start to the New Year's podcast. Right, exactly, yeah. Death and drug addiction. So we're on point.
All right, so I'll throw a couple of the crazy ones that I looked up online. So a lot of the New Year's resolutions are typically crazy. And so a couple that like stuck out to me was work more, shit less.
Really? I disagree with that right off the bat, okay? I have a guy I worked with, and he gave me this speech. He's, Jake, I'm like, what's up, man? He says, if you work 5 days a week and you take an 8-minute bathroom break every day for an entire work year, mm-hmm. you will get a paid 40-hour paycheck from shitting.
Interesting. That might have been what this person was talking
about.
So
work more, shit less. I totally disagree. If you gotta go, just fucking go. Take your 8-minute bathroom break every day, and you'll get a 40-hour paycheck at the end of the year. That's kind of a cumulative.
For me, that wouldn't work out because I piss so much. I would take
so you get like 120-hour paycheck just from your piss breaks?
Just piss. We're not even talking extracurriculars. Just piss.
Me, I'm kind of like it sounds like a great idea, but I do a lot of construction work, as you know. Right. So it's, right now, like, it hit negative 16 degrees in my hometown last week.
On your drive to work, I guarantee it was more than that.
Okay, so we have porta potties. That in a world with fucking Wi-Fi and flying planes and shit, I'm quoting the oatmeal here. The porta potty is still just a bucket of shit in a field.
Yes, I also like how you said flying plane.
We have flight, we have Wi-Fi, yes. We have mobile devices, the whole shebang. No, I get it, but like it's still just this box that you shit in.
Yes,
and it's awful. And by the way, it's colder than a well digger's asshole.
Yes.
So yeah, no.
If you've ever wanted to see your dick in the smallest form, piss and or shit in a porta potty.
Or just fucking, like, dude, seriously, sit down on that seat with your pants down and you suddenly don't have to anymore. Yeah. Your butthole is frozen shut.
Clenched.
Yeah, so you're sealed up like Fort Knox, man. Tighter than a crab's asshole.
Oh, that's great. Another awesome I don't know why I keep saying revolution instead of resolution. I saw that was incredibly spectacular. It was finally tell my boss what I think of them.
Oh man, I can get on board with this.
And which I think is, I can see it from both ways. Like, oh, you really want to tell your boss, what you finally think of them. But I'm actually in a interesting spot where I'm such an honest person. Like, even
they already know.
Oh, even to my boss, I'm like, hey, you fucked up in, this aspect of logistics or this aspect of push. And I could be off base totally, but I'm saying it no matter what.
There you go. That's a good mindset, man. Like, honestly, one of the things like that I've learned, like, as someone who's in charge of people and as someone who's had people in charge of me, it's kind of cool being in that boat because you can see both sides of the spectrum. And honestly, a lot of people...
Perspective is a lot.
Well, yeah, perspective. But honestly, a lot of people have way more respect for someone that will just fucking just be honest.
Yep. 100%.
Like, stand up for themselves.
Yep.
And, like, especially with what I do.
Right.
Like, if you don't stand up for yourself, you get walked on.
Right.
And, like, I butted heads with some of the people I worked with, some of my bosses. And, like, dude, don't let yourself get walked on. I mean, I'm not saying being a fucking asshole is the way to do it, but at the same time, you got to draw the line somewhere.
Right.
So, yeah, telling your boss how you feel about him, that's a pretty cool resolution. Just don't get yourself fired over.
Right. Exactly. Like, keep it professional, don't be a dickhead about it, and say what you need to say.
Yeah,
don't keep anything bottled up.
One of the things a lot of people will tell you as you work over the years, obviously, you'll be doing different jobs and everything while you're still trying to figure out your lot in life and everything. Yeah. So, I mean, I worked at Wendy's when I was in high school. And I think that was, like, they say don't burn your bridges, which I burned that bridge. Okay?
To the ground.
I was like, I walked into the office, I was like, hey guys, giving you my 2 weeks notice, yada yada. And they're like, well, we're going to need that on paper. I'm like, any paper? They're like, well, yeah. I was like, this work? And I pointed at the calendar, and I just ripped a page off it and wrote, this is my 2 weeks notice. Signed, Jake.
Nice.
Nice. I just turned it into I'm like, here you go. So, burned bridge.
Set one.
Yeah, but you honestly, you never really know how things are going to go.
Absolutely.
So as long as you got to forge some strong bonds, and try and have a fallback plan.
Yeah. I like that. So as we're falling back into fallback plans, let's jump into Jake's topic one.
Okay, alright, so my first topic is about Elon Musk.
Fucking love Elon.
Okay, so he's the guy who created Tesla.
Correct.
Alright.
Mostly known for PayPal Mafia.
The what?
PayPal Mafia?
PayPal Mafia.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
So, like, when PayPal started, there was, like, a conglomerate of, like, dudes who started it, and Elon was one of the guys. That's how he made his big money.
Oh, okay.
And that's how he started basically everything else.
Okay, so this guy made Tesla.
Yes.
He also founded the SpaceX program.
Yes. And Solar City.
This guy is,
He's Tony Stark in real life.
Yeah, he's the real life Tony Stark. And his objective, as far as I can really tell, is space exploration and travel.
Yes.
For the human race. He wants to move us places that aren't Earth.
Correct.
Pretty damn cool. But the thing I wanted to talk about as far as this guy goes, and it's something like I'm not necessarily like agreeing with, but I think it's a really cool fucking conspiracy theory. Mm-hmm. So he has a simulation theory, which I know you know, because I asked you about it, but some people that haven't heard it, it is about as Matrix as you can get.
Right.
As far as conspiracy theories go. So basically, the way this works is Elon Musk, in an interview, said that he thinks there's one in billions odds that we're actually in existing reality.
Correct.
And his thoughts behind that are based on the evolution of technology. They say technology doubles every, 2 years?
Give or take.
Okay, so yeah, technology just rapidly increases. So he thinks it's very probable that we effectively got to the point where we had virtual reality and augmented reality and such that effectively the robots took over.
Right.
And created this simulation that we all live in. We're all a part of it. So we are effectively the artificial intelligence of our world.
Yes.
Which kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of a cool flip of the page, because there's always these things like Terminator is a good example about the robots becoming self-aware and everything. So in his theory, we're the robots.
Right.
And by him saying that would basically point out that we're self-aware.
Yes.
So we're the uprisers. We're fucking bringing the battle to take this shit down. I think it's really cool. Like I said, I don't really think it's I don't think it has much grounds to be legitimate. But I thought it was kind of a cool flip side to the standard our fucking robots are gonna just suddenly become alive and just beat us into the ground type deal.
Which they're so close. Yeah. they're so close to actually being
well, we talked about it. Was it last episode when we talked about the Microsoft
yes.
the bot that they created to make online? It was like a white supremacist within 24 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, so I just thought it was really cool, and honestly, like, I'm not very up with the times, so this has been out for a while.
Right.
But, like, I heard about it, and I was like, man, that's pretty fucking cool.
Right. Yeah, it's incredible to think, like, the machine learning that's out there. I mean, even look, I think a practical example, just outside of everything. So, you know, like you said, if we are a simulated reality for, you know, a systematic overseer, if you will, has created us. We're simulation A out of 1,000, whatever.
Right.
Like, just look at our simulation now. We've got Alexa, we've got Google Go, we've got Siri, we've got, you know, Google on Android. Like, we have the ability to talk to a device or an electronic system and say, hey, I need information. You know, to us as humans, we'll say on our, you know, specimen A, if you want to even go like that basic. You know, we're asking an electronic source or something that was not processing before to process back to us. And now we're getting information quicker. And all that opens up doors to is the next level. Like you said, technology is expanding every single day. Or, you know, an example, 2 years.
It's kind of cool because, like, saying stuff like that, it goes to show how fast we're making technology.
Right.
Which, so basically, it kind of creates, like, a triangle.
Yes.
So basically, in this theory, what it breaks down to is we have to overtake our creators before the things we created overtake us.
Right, exactly. And it's just this vicious cycle.
A vicious cycle. And I, like I said, I thought it was pretty fucking cool.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It was a good read.
Anything Elon does.
Yeah, it was a good read. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you saw, but there was, like, apparently some chick posted something, like, calling him out on Twitter. Because he's like, oh, if you guys like such and such space launch, then wait till you see this one that we have planned. And she's like, why don't you just donate to some food bank instead? And someone's like, well, he's doing a lot to help people out other than that. And she's like, how does that help? And she got lit the fuck up. This person, I don't remember their handle or whatever, right. But they're just like, are you saying that, you know, our satellites that can record natural disasters before they happen, does that not help people out? Are natural disasters not a problem?
Nice.
Yeah, and just like going on and on, just like sit the fuck down.
Yeah. If you after this podcast need to look up something, I would say type in just best Elon Musk tweets. Like, he is on Twitter, and, like, his responses are incredible.
Just as long as it's not Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like, the dude's a genius, all right? Don't get me wrong, but that guy just pisses me off.
No, Elon Musk's his tweets are phenomenal. Because, like, someone will post something stupid like that, and his responses, like, will have you laughing your balls off. They're so damn good.
So, real quick, while we're on the topic of Neil deGrasse Tyson and Twitter, one of my favorite Twitter burns I've ever seen was against Neil deGrasse Tyson because he was talking about the leap year. He's like, I don't know why we call it a leap year. It's like a sudden lurch forward to, catch up with the Earth's rotation or whatever. And someone responds and like, if only there was a word for a sudden abrupt movement forward.
Nice.
Just like drops mic, dude.
Peace out. I'm out here. Oh my Everybody God, have a good night.
It's like, you just shut up, sit down, take notes, motherfucker.
That's incredible. Oh man.
All right, so that's what I got there.
I like it. I go into my second topic a little kind of around the new year and seasons changing. I guess we'll kind of say. I want to talk about like crazy utility bills. I don't know how many people listening, are paying, X amount, and 1 month they had a insane utility bill. We have like a budget plan set up. So basically, instead of paying like, $500 in summer, or example, winter for us would be our biggest.
It's the biggest for most people.
Yeah. So if it was winter, I grew up in Hawaii, for those who don't know. So we didn't really have a super change, so that was never a thing.
Yeah, but winter isn't a thing there.
Yeah, exactly. So when I moved to Michigan, that was a lot different when I was like,
I bet,
wow,
oh
in
my
summer
God, dude.
it was like $60.
Okay, so did you have like an apartment in Hawaii?
I lived in a 3-bedroom house, 1,300 square feet. That was the lot. And it was about, I think, $2,700 a month. Just
Holy
for rent.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Is like the cost of is the wages higher over there?
Marginally.
Okay, so all right, so coming to winter, like your winter heating bill in Hawaii.
Yeah.
What was that?
Didn't change.
It didn't change. Yeah. Sun's out, sun's shining, hit the ocean, surf's up, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It was like $380 to like $392.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it dropped down to 75.
Yeah, exactly. So moving to Michigan.
Frigid.
Yeah.
75. And now in Michigan, you're hitting 20 below. So
yeah. I'm like, I woke up today and it said negative 15, and then the wind chill was negative 22, and I'm like, well, I hope my car starts.
Yeah, just keep more than a quarter tank.
True. Hard to do when you're poor, but try it. But,
wouldn't know what that's like. That's what you get.
So I was looking up like some just crazy bills. And actually what kind of sparked this is a guy I work with told me that 11 months ago he got a bill for $1,900 in 1 month.
Does he have propane?
So he lives in an apartment.
Oh my God.
And his air conditioning unit in the apartment broke. And so what happened was it was reading
so it was
whatever
trying to
the
heat while it was cold, or
so whatever the temperature. So say they had it set to like 70, right? So normally to run till 70, shut off and whatever. It not only was on, but was pumping every bit that it had, and used up $1,700 worth of electricity over a 29-day span of this month. And so that's what's... I'm like...
That is
there some crazy stuff? So my boss was talking to me about how a friend of hers had a pool.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
Did he have to pay that?
Oh, yeah.
Holy fucking Jesus.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd make the fucking apartment complex pay that. I'd be like, fix your fucking shit, and while you're at it, here's the bill you owe me. Jesus.
I agree with everything you're saying. I don't know why you didn't go viral. I would have gone like...
Dude, I'd have gone to the
everything.
fucking news,
yes.
The president,
yes,
the
everything.
Fucking foreign affairs, dude. Like, all right, UN,
everybody would have known
we got
about
problems.
Yes.
I'm about to be on the street.
Yes. So I told this story at work, and also my boss then says, well, let me tell you a story. And so my boss makes well over 6 figures. Like, we're talking 120 plus.
That's incredible.
Yeah, which is great. And, phenomenal person. She's done a lot for me. But she was telling me a friend of hers, obviously very wealthy, running same circles. Mm-hmm. So they installed a pool 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And so they put in this phenomenally fancy pool, and so the winter comes, and so they didn't notice for the first month.
Pool heater was on?
For the second month of winter, they go, so our pool is kind of steaming.
The pool heater was on.
And that seems a little strange. And now you, my friend, your cheddar cheese smile is dead on the money.
Okay, yeah, so...
so they don't figure it out. So about second month goes in, and then they get a bill from consumers saying, hey, by the way, you're a little over your typical usage. Maybe give us a call. They say, we're okay.
What?
3 months goes
rich
by.
People.
Yeah, 3 months go by, and the consumer goes, hey, just to let you know, exorbitant amount you should probably call in. $31,000.29 electric bill. because of leaving on the pool heater.
Holy fucking Jesus, dude!
I'm like, I didn't make 30 grand last year.
I figured that's what it was because I literally helped install those.
Yes.
So I'm just
30
like, you did
grand.
not. Oh my God, $31,000.
Yeah.
That. Oh my gosh, dude. That's insane.
Yes.
Would they do? And they had to pay it, didn't they?
Oh, 100%.
Because, I mean, props to consumers. Like, hey, guys.
Yeah.
just wanted to reach out.
Let you know.
Some shenanigans be happening.
You went from 600 to 1,000.
Your utility bill is more than the average house.
Yeah.
Well, no, not. But, I mean,
yes.
It costs more than my old house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's outrageous. That's $31,000 and the 29 cents. You know, honestly, at that point, they should have just fucking rounded up.
Yeah.
Make it 32,000.
Yeah. Just make it 32.
Just mail in like a middle finger from the boss. Hey guys,
I would send them a Christmas letter and everything. Thank you so much.
Thanks for your business.
Yeah. You are a preferred customer now.
Yeah, a valued customer. You're clearly in our 1%.
Yeah.
Maybe we advise some higher efficiency pool heaters.
Yeah. I was blown away and all at the same time, like, get it.
Wait, okay, so 31,000. How many months was that?
2 months.
2 months.
2 months.
So $15,500 a month.
A month.
For heating a swimming pool. At that point, you know what I'd have done?
Well, I imagine, so I'll take a little bit of context back. Well, let's probably say $1,000 or more for the house, because I'm imagining this is not, a small house.
Right.
If we're throwing, so we'll say, but again, yeah.
Yeah, well,
14
we'll round it down to 30,000 for the heating.
Yeah.
Of the pool.
Of the pool.
$15,000 a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'd have done? I'd have done some swimming.
Yeah.
Like, well, we're paying for the motherfucker.
I would have called Michael Phelps and said, hey, man, $30,000 on a heating bill. Want to swim
I'd
in
have had
it?
a pool party.
Yeah.
Like, clearly it's warm enough.
Yeah.
Or so help me God, we're going to have problems
Yeah.
because I'm paying to eat this motherfucker.
Exactly.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's... Wow.
Yeah. Incredible.
That's an impressive bill.
Yeah.
All right. So, any other outrageous utilities?
No, I thought that was good for me.
All right. So I got one last topic,
I like
and this one. So, people get butthurt a lot. So, I'm just gonna go out and say, if you got beef, get the fuck over it. So my last topic is about the LGBTQ community and like, where do we draw the line?
Okay.
And for the record, I'd like to go out saying, if you're so let me throw this out. LGBTQ stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning, or queer. It depends on the person you ask.
Correct.
So, a lot of the alternative lifestyle people, I got no beef with it. Throwing that out there right now. This is not meant to insult anyone. I just feel like I have to say it because there's way too many social justice warriors out there that will just attack someone for expressing an opinion. Fortunately, we don't have enough listeners to do that to me.
There you go.
So my question is, when I say where do we draw the line, it's like, this kind of goes on there with the transgender. So, transgender folks, obviously I'm not one, so I don't really understand the mindset, but, some people just wake up and they're like, you know what? I wasn't supposed to have a dick.
Right.
Or, I don't think these boobs belong on me. So, my question is, like, where do we draw the line as far as someone saying that I'm not supposed to be a girl, but I'm not supposed to be a guy. I'm supposed to be an insert random thing here.
Right.
So, like, I think I was supposed to be born a flying squirrel. You know? And that's a very fucking...
Spread your wings and
dude, that's like left field. Like, that's a huge fucking reach there. But there's other communities of people, like, doing body modifications to change themselves.
Right.
You know, one of the ones I read about, like, I hate to say the nerd community, but a lot of people in, I guess, for lack of a better word than the nerd community, like, there's a lot of people doing, like, elf body modifications.
Right.
You know what I mean? So these people are literally having surgery on their ears to give them pointy ears, and it's, like, causing infections and, like, crazy shit, and they're doing this stuff, and they're getting flack for it, and I'm like, all right, so why can someone fucking split open their dick and get it shoved back inside to make a vagina, and you give someone flack for folding their ears over?
Right.
You know?
Where do we stop at that point?
Right. I don't think it's fair if we're going down this progressive
route,
PC, you know, politically correct road, which, like I said, I'm good with. You know, I'm not going to judge someone. I don't fucking know what they've done with their life or what they've been through or whatever. Do whatever the fuck you want. But if you can fucking get your dick sawed off, then why can't I get fucking cat whiskers put on my face? You know? So, like, I guess my question for you is, like, how like, where do you think the line should be drawn?
Yeah, I think it's tough. I think the biggest issue that we have now is that when we have these so-called men switching over to, you know, a female. So if you feel that way, that's great. But when you have a man competing in a female sport is where I have issue. I guess the most.
It brings up a lot of issues. And
just because I don't want people to get hurt and not, like, emotionally and, like, fuck that bullshit.
Yeah,
like,
there's just
physically.
There's genetic.
Yeah.
There's literal genetic guarantees depending on your gender. One of which, if you're born a man, your muscle density is greater.
Yes.
That's just the way it fucking works.
Yeah.
And I know what you're saying. You're talking about that fucking UFC fight.
Yeah.
So this gentleman, I don't know his former name, but transgender.
Yep.
Had an operation to become a woman.
Yep.
And is a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Who, wouldn't you know it, beat the ever-loving Jesus out of all the women she's fought.
Yeah.
So we talked about this briefly earlier.
Right.
And this again brings up the question, where do you draw the line? Because, let's say, you say Olympics. That was your thoughts earlier.
Yeah.
So what was your Olympic sports that you brought into question?
The two that I thought of right off the bat were wrestling and then hockey.
And it's funny that you say wrestling. There's actually there's a transgender wrestler in, like, the high school level who went to nationals. Male, they wanted to become female. And wouldn't you know it, they folded everyone into a pretzel.
Unbelievable.
You said wrestling and what was the other one? Hockey?
Hockey was what I was thinking of. You know, you've got these, you know, and again, you know, there's definitely outliers. You know, I've got a friend of mine who's a female bodybuilder, and she could beat up, you know, 90% of the guys that I know.
Yeah.
But if we take the world spectrum of the, you know, greatest men, unfortunately, it's not going to match up.
Right. And, you know, it's not an insult to women. It's just...
No.
Like, a woman will forever be better at aim than a man, whereas a man will forever be more than likely stronger than a woman naturally.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, there's ways to get around it, but... Yeah.
And we can even go evolutionary. You know, we had the hunter-gatherer. If you want to remove everything, remove religion, remove, you know, female-male stereotypes, let's go back to just, we're in caves. the dumb cavemen went out, they killed stuff, they brought it back. The females, the women, whatever you want to call them at the time, protected the kids because they could birth them, as well as, foraged. So from that principle to where we are now, the men were always having to go out, be strong, kill beast, come back, survive.
Yeah, and honestly, it's ironic because it's not the same way for other animals.
Right.
Like a really good example that most people probably know is lions.
Yes.
The lioness always do the hunting. The lion
shit up.
Yeah, the male lion just kind of sits around and just
slays ass.
Does lazy lion stuff and grows out his wicked fucking mane. Where the female lions are more sleek, they're faster, they fucking kill with grace and just awesome sauce. So but
right,
we're not lions.
We are not.
So I don't think it's fair. Like, I can get on board. You want to switch? Go ahead. Whatever makes you happy. That's great. Be happy. But we have to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah, and I think, almost unfortunately, you brought up that UFC fight.
Yeah.
I almost, to the point, wanted there to be such a loss and wanted the female competitor to be hurt so that it did make a change.
Make an impact.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But either way, even she still lost, and it should have made an impact. Like, how is that fair?
Right.
So honestly, my opinion, there's the LGBTQ community says there's more than just two genders. Transgender, it has it in the fucking name. If we're gonna do that, why can't they have their own bracket?
Yeah.
Just let them do that.
Yeah.
Then it's fair.
Yeah.
For the people not involved.
Yeah, make a third. I like that.
Also, back to the Olympics, another one. The one I brought up, as I bring up all the time because I love it, volleyball.
Yeah.
The volleyball net for an Olympic male athlete is 8 feet. The volleyball net for female athletes is 7 feet.
Right there.
So if you're a transgender individual, your net either gets raised a foot or lowered a foot.
Yeah.
That's just... How does that work,
Yeah. Still probably couldn't beat Kerry Walsh, but...
Well, they'd probably... if we go down a road of, the third gender... Transgender, you got your males, females, and then your trans. So it'd be 8 foot for males, 7 foot for females, and then I say 7'6" for transgender. Right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
I like it.
Yeah, I think we could do that. I think it would be fair.
Send it, America. Let's be the first one.
Absolutely.
We'll add a third category.
Again, though, so, yeah. All these different genders, people living their lives. You want to be progressive, politically correct. Just... We need to find a place to fucking...
Yeah. Figure out where
there needs to be... Like, there's too many gray areas. Like I said, that whole fucking... You can become a man or a woman from the opposite gender. There shouldn't be so much judgment if someone wakes up one day and decides they want to be a fucking... I don't know, a falcon.
Yeah.
Like just getting feathers shoved up their ass. Whatever. Just people need to be aware that obviously this is happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we need to figure some shit out. There's clearly a lot of lines that need to be drawn and rules made and whatnot.
Right.
If this is going to continue.
Right.
But that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I think we've made our point.
Yeah, I think so. You want to move on to the Would You Rathers?
Yeah, the final segment.
Woo!
The first Would You Rather of the year.
I like it.
All right, you want to go first? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
So my would you rather is going to be super, super basic.
Okay.
So,
basic bitch.
Yeah.
Starbucks question.
Obviously. So, would you rather lose your sense of smell or sense of touch?
Sense of smell, without question.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, I'm a smoker, so it's pretty much gone already.
That is true. That is true.
Also, then I wouldn't just be absolutely appalled by the sense of horrible things that I work around or am around. Sense of touch. I mean, I don't want to go into graphic detail, but there's some feelings that you just can't replace.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you there. So I'm going to go, while agreeing with you, the opposite.
All right, lay it on me. What's your logic?
If you didn't have a sense of touch, some things would be better for the alternate sex.
Such as?
Being able to last longer.
Oh, man.
I'm not gonna say, being a man.
Just because you can't feel it doesn't mean that it makes it work better.
Hey, I don't know.
You're just numb to it when it happens.
I'm just saying, maybe for them it might be a little better.
You're talking dingus.
Yeah.
You can't feel it.
Right.
So you don't know when it's gonna happen.
Yeah. I think it's more of like a numb, drunk sensation. Like, something's kind of happening. I'm not sure exactly.
When you said sense of touch, I was thinking like grabbing stuff with your
yeah,
finger.
I mean all of it. Yeah, all of your sense of touch should be gone.
Well, I still vote sense of smell because then again, we're talking about sex now. Thank you. So sense of smell.
Don't want to be in a fish market.
Yeah, let's say you go down south, dodge that bullet.
Yeah, that's true.
It still feels great.
You're like,
yeah,
this is not bad.
It smells like the nothing I've ever known. Yeah, so.
I like that.
Yeah, all right. So my would you rather. I actually got a chuckle out of your wife for this one. Oh. So I'm gonna offend some people because I already brought up the LGBTQ. So I kind of threw some of that in the would you rather. My would you rather. Would you slap a pro fighter in the face or give a pro male speech to a group of angry feminists?
I'd slap the pro fighter.
I figure either way you're getting your ass kicked. Yeah. Might as well just be one person.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the pro fighter on that one. I feel like I know what I'm in for way more in that sense.
At least he won't kick you in the balls.
Yeah. He'll give me a fair fight.
Probably not. You slap this guy in the face and just... Well, guy or girl.
Yes, true.
I mean, unless it's Ronda Rousey.
Sure.
She'll probably just get knocked out.
Yeah, just a little finger.
But yeah, no. I did it just to make people more mad.
Good. I like it.
Yeah, so it's simple and silly. I hope everyone learned something or got a decent laugh.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we try to do here on Two Dudes, One Cast.
Yeah, so that'll wrap it up for the night, I think.
Yeah. Welcome into the new year, 2018. We appreciate everybody who's been with us and is joining us for the adventure. Tell your friends. Don't hide your kids. Don't hide your wife. Have them listen to the podcast.
Yeah, shout out. Like, honestly, one of my selling points when I talk to people is I'm just like, hey, you can learn the price of a tiger penis. True. So... If you don't find it funny, at least you can learn something.
That's true. And, I mean, every time my wife says, hey, you're not funny, I say, hey, I have a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, so tell your friends about us. Tell your family. Just not your close family, because I wouldn't want to put them through that, and I know you wouldn't either. True. So, again, thank you so much for listening, everyone. Happy New Year, and as always, I'm Jake.
And I'm Paul.
We'll see you next episode.